What happens if military weapons do not work in the battlefield? Have you ever faced wartime? Have you been on a battlefield? What if your weapon stops working on the battlefield? Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I hope you all are doing great. So here we are, back with another video today. We're going to discuss what happens if military weapons do not work on the battlefield. But before we start with today's video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for further notifications. So here we begin. Warfare has always caused the most important leaps forward in technology, with each country constantly striving to possess the foremost advanced and capable armaments to guard their interests abroad, seemingly drawing inspiration from science fiction. The most recent and greatest advancement in military hardware and future weaponry paint a scarily accurate and dangerous view of the earth of warfare in coming years. Weapons. People have used weapons in warfare, hunting, self-defense, enforcement, and criminal activity. Weapons also serve many other purposes in society, including use in sports, collections for display, and historical displays and demonstrations. As technology has developed throughout history, weapons have changed with it. Major innovations within the history of weapons have included the adoption of various materials, from stone and wood to different metals, and modern synthetic materials like plastics, and therefore the developments of various weapon styles either to suit the terrain or to support or counteract different battlefield tactics and defensive equipment. The use of weapons may be a major driver of cultural evolution and human history up to today. Military technology. Range of weapons, equipment, structures, and vehicles used specifically for the aim of warfare. It includes the knowledge required to construct such technology, to use it in combat, and to repair and replenish it. The technology of war could also be divided into 5 categories. Offensive arms harm the enemy, while defensive arms ward off offensive blows. Transportation technology moves soldiers and weaponry. Communications coordinate the movements of armed forces, and sensors detect forces and guide weaponry. Modern warfare. Modern warfare has seen breathtaking advances within the last 100 years, as mortal competition between nations spawns successively deadlier weapons. Aircraft, missiles, tanks, submarines, and other inventions, many of which didn't exist in practical terms in 1914, have quickly earned key positions within the militaries of the planet. Yet there's still one invention that, although conceived quite 500 years ago, still features a vital place on today's battlefield: the infantry weapon and supporting arms. No matter how high-tech the soldiers of the planet became, warfare since the end of the Second War has consistently involved some sort of infantry combat. In his seminal work of the Korean War, this type of war, historian T.R. Fehrenbach wrote, "You may fly over a land forever. You'll bomb it, atomize it, pulverize it, and wipe it clean of life. But if you desire to defend it, protect it, and keep it for civilization, you want to do that on the bottom, the way the Roman legions did, by putting your young men within the mud." 21st century weapons. This century saw increased use of guided weapons to scale back the danger of soldier fatalities and to extend effectiveness. The first practical laser weapon, called the laser weapon, was built by the U.S. Navy and installed on the USS Ponce. It is designed to destroy fast and little targets like simple incoming missiles, primitive fast attack craft, and drones at very short distances. AK-47. The AK-47 was the world's first standard-issue assault gun. The rifle used a replacement 7.62mm cartridge that generated less recoil and was lighter than rounds utilized in traditional infantry rifles. In return, the 7.62x39 round offered more controllability when fired fully automatic and allowed the infantry to hold more rounds into battle. The AK-47 has endured because it's a weapon for the lowest common denominator. It requires little training to actually shoot it, and as a result, large armies or militants are often raised by simply handing out AK-47s. M16 rifle. The modern M16 rifle got its start in 1956, when inventor Eugene Stoner tested its predecessor, the AR-15, at the infantry school at Fort Benning. The rifle would not enter U.S. service for an additional 4 years. Then, with the U.S. Air Force, the U.S. Army would hop on the M16 bandwagon in 1965, with the U.S. Marines following in 1966. The original AR-15 was a reliable, innovative rifle, but a last-minute change of gunpowder and misconception about the rifles got to be clean contributed to a poor reliability rate in Vietnam. Exacerbating the matter was the M16's direct impingement self-loading system, during which gases and carbon residue created when gunpowder is burned are cycled back to the weapon's internal mechanism. The M240 machine gun. The M240 machine gun is the current medium machine gun for the U.S. Army and U.S. Marine Corps. The M240 is in commission with another 68 countries and has served long enough that a minimum of one adopter, Rhodesia, is not alive. The M240 is the American version of the FN Mag designed within the 1950s by the Belgian Army's maker, Fabrique Nationale, utilizing features from both Axis and Allied infantry weapons. The Mag, as it was known, became wildly popular and standard issue with many NATO countries. PK machine gun. The PK light machine gun was the Soviet Union's solution to high firepower at the squad level. Like the AK-47, the PK has seen extensive use around the world. Where one finds an AK, a PK isn't far behind. The PK was also invented by Mikhail Kalashnikov. Although it resembles the M240, it's within the same class as the U.S. Marine Corps M27 Infantry Automatic Rifle, or the NATO Minima M M249 Squad Automatic Weapon. QBZ-95 Assault Rifle. The QBZ-95 or Type 95 automatic rifle is the standard issue assault gun of China, designed to exchange the Chinese copy of the AK-47. The QBZ is unlike the opposite Chinese rifle. The rifle is issued to all or any arms of the People's Liberation Army, also because of the People's Armed Police. The QBZ could also be a bullpup design with the magazine inserted behind the trigger. Like other bullpup rifles, this shortens the general length of the rifle. These weapons can be really helpful in a battlefield. Dead end. Even history proves that every battle can be given a good face-off with the help of weapons, but if the military weapons do not work in the battlefield, then for sure it will become very difficult for soldiers to protect themselves against the opponent. But if weapons don't work on battlefields, it's clearly a dead end. Here we come to the end of the video. I hope you liked the video. Let us know in the comment box what you think is the best way to win a war. Till then, bye, keep watching, keep loving, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. We'll be back soon with another amazing video. Bye bye.